Please watch Mr. Heavyweight Boxing today.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Now, first let me give a shout out to my subscribers, man. Shout out to you guys. You guys keep me informed with all these links, man. I've have so many links that have sent to me within the last few days here, and just messages on some of my videos. But I've been saying that I think Joshua will fight Kubrat Pulev. I've been saying that probably the last month and a half, maybe. But people have been informing me that Pulev had some interview on a Bulgarian TV station where he said he's 100% not fighting Anthony Joshua. And I guess he said this within the last week or so, or last 2 weeks or something. So then I just got another link sent to me, Eddie Hearn's latest news. Pulev is avoiding Anthony Joshua. So I guess I was wrong. It will not be Kubrat Pulev, but just from the list of opponents they were giving us, that's why I picked Pulev, because they were talking about Stavern, Pulev, and Price. Price really didn't seem like he was going to get the fight. And then Stavern is going to fight Povetkin for the WBC interim title. The winner fights Deontay Wilder. So common sense, the only guy that was left was Pulev. So that's who I thought was going to fight him. And Pulev has that second mandatory position by the IBF. We know that my man JP, Joseph Parker, the Kiwi heavyweight, we know that he has the mandatory position. And then Pulev has the second mandatory spot by the IBF. So that's why I was rolling with Pulev, you know what I mean? But according to articles and this interview that Pulev had on this Bulgarian TV station, I do not have a link to it. I do not know which station he was talking to. So if you have a link of that, or you could send it to me, put it in the comment section so we all can look at it. But I'm seeing links and interviews from Eddie Hearn, and they're saying that Pulev is avoiding Joshua, man. So then I went over to the IBF and just looked at the rankings. Now, Iju Aganu is rated number 15. But the thing with Iju is now I'm hearing, I just seen this today, that Hughie Fury has just offered him a fight for October 29th on the Klitschko and Tyson Fury rematch on the undercard. And according to Iju Aganu, he said that, he'll accept the fight. So I don't know yet with that. Then I saw another article yesterday where Kevin Berry was saying that if it came to a situation where Anthony Joshua offered Iju Aganu the fight for November 26th, that they will take the fight. Now, this was before Hughie came out and said that, he will fight Iju Aganu. So there's a lot going on right now. I guess we'll know a little more as the time goes on, okay? So let's just put Iju Aganu on hold right now as far as fighting Anthony Joshua, okay? Number 14, Erkin Tepper. Tepper has a fight coming up against my man Christian Hammer, and I actually did a prediction video on that fight, so go check that out. They're fighting October 15th, so I don't think it'd be my man Erkin Tepper. And then we look at who's rated number 13, Hughie Fury. That's not going to happen. I don't think it is. But you never know what could happen, man. Maybe Hughie fights October 20th, but then that's a quick turnaround. I mean, we're talking less than a month. So I don't think that'll happen with my man Hughie Fury. Number 12, David Price. I guess it's still possible. I don't believe Price has an opponent set. I think he does have a fight date set, but not an opponent yet. Number 11, we got my man Derek Chisora. I know they were talking about possibly Chisora fighting Dillian White towards the end of the year. We know Dillian White has a fight coming up with Lewison. So I'm not sure, what we're doing with Chisora, but he is rated number 11. Then Charles Martin, that's not going to happen. Jarrell Miller, and he had an article on Sky Sports the other day. Well, Sky Sports took what he said from the he was on the podcast, the Toe to Toe podcast. But Jarrell Miller said he's willing to fight Anthony Joshua from what I read. Eric Molina is still out there. I thought I just seen something about him today having some type of beef with Chris Arreola. But Molina said that he's willing to go out there and fight Anthony Joshua. He's said that for a few months now. Glaskov, number 7, he's out. Carlos Takam, he's another one. Let's not throw him completely out of the scenario, man, because he was at the Brazil fight, and I guess he met with Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn after the fight. He was in the crowd. He was in attendance watching the fight. Andy Ruiz, he's out number 5. Johan Duhaupas is another one. I know he's the WBC silver heavyweight champion, so I'm not sure if he's trying to do his WBC thing, but then you have a title shot right in front of you. So that's the Duhaupas fight could happen. Then David Haye, Kubrat Pulev is number 2, and then number 1 is my man JP. So I don't know, man. Johan Duhaupas, Chisora, you know what I mean? There are some names out there. Carlos Takam. They even said, well, according to Kevin Berry, he said if Joshua were to offer him the fight that he would take it. And I would think if Ngannou had to choose between fighting, you know what I mean, Hughie Fury or fighting Anthony Joshua for the title shot that's right there in front of your face, being that they said they would take the fight, I would think they would take that fight. So I guess we'll see what happens September 26th. That's the date that Anthony Joshua and his team said that, they're going to have an opponent. But I don't think it's going to be my man Kubrat Pulev, man. I don't think it's going to be him. If I had to put money on it, there's just so many variables. I mean, Molina, Price, Chisora, Duhaupas. It's going to be one of those guys in my opinion. But from what I'm hearing, it's not going to be Kubrat Pulev, man. Just my opinion. If you guys have heard any other news, there's so much news coming out in these last few days, man. There might be an article dropped after I upload this video. But if anything else pops up, just leave it in the description box. Curious to hear your opinion. I'm out.